This neighborhood right here, it's got a special place in my heart, but I love it, but I hate it.
Within like a 10-mile radius of here, a lot of experiences happen in my life that shaped me.
I used to be homeless out here running these streets at 13. I ain't have nowhere to go. My mom was using drugs and stuff like that, and CPS got involved, and they came to take the kids out the house. But I didn't go. I didn't want to go, so I just left, ran to the streets. But those alone nights, being by myself alone, 3, 4 in the morning, young boy, yeah, it was kind of, it was tough, but it made me who I am today, though. I am meeting with a friend of mine's, Trony Cross, down here. Talk about some business plans that he got planned for his mentoring program.
At the age of 11, I had started selling drugs right up the street from here on 24th and Kilbourne. I committed a homicide. I went to prison at 14, first a juvenile, but then I got waived for battery to an officer. So at the age of 16, I ended up in Green Bay Correctional. No father in the home, growing up with what you see around you. You come out, and this was the world that you saw.
I never really had the heart for the streets, but it was just something I had to do. Like when people think of when you say he's a drug dealer or this, most people do it out of desperation to buy clothes, food, stuff like that. I caught a case right here on this very strip right here. I caught a case down there. Went and did 5 years, and I was 19 when I went to jail, so it grew me up quick. So by the time I got out, I went to truck driving school, graduated, tried to get with a company. They said, oh, you got a felony for selling drugs. You can't roll with us. So I'm like, man, dang, so what I'm gonna do now? Because that was my dream. So I went back to the streets.
We're doing an effort to not have violence in our community, and the way we do that is making sure we identify what you need. So, our families are dealing with everything under the sun on a day-to-day basis, right? Multiple children, blended families sometimes, so you have those dynamics. But then you have some of just the basic needs, right? Housing, making sure the children get to school, making sure that they have healthy meals, but what's available to them are corner stores. Here in this neighborhood particularly, it would be identified as a food desert.
When we was young, there used to be a store down the street called Centuries. We used to go in there,
The king-size candy bars?
steal candy bars, strap them around our waist.
Why did we do that, though? Why was we doing that?
We was hungry.
We was hungry.
Who's gonna starve, right? I gotta eat. And if I have behaviors that may lead to other responsibilities like unprotected sex, and now I have children at an early age, and now I'm at child support, and now I'm not able to get a license, and I gotta drive because I need a job, and the on and on and on and on that creates this hopelessness of why is it worth it? Like, what do I have to lose?
Now it's a little more harsh. The guys are younger, they're doing more dangerous stuff, and they're getting a hold to a lot more dangerous weapons. So we didn't have AKs. I do a number of things actually, but my main thing is Simple Steps. And what we do is work with guys coming home from prison, troubled youth, anybody with any kind of life barriers or life problems. So we help with job training, mentoring. You're trying to start a business, we can help you with that. And we connected with Bria and them, and we seen the work that she was doing, the community health worker and the wraparound services. It all made sense.
Like, even if you look at this tree right here, the trunk of the tree is just covered with branches that are overgrown. So you can easily hide behind this tree at night. But if we just trim these type of things, not only will it clean up the neighborhood, it'll deter individuals.
A lot of the extra violence that's going on.
It'll deter that.
Because right now the trees are covering those Ring cameras as well. So
good point.
My name is Samuel Thurman. I am a community health worker. Our job is to go into the house to see what's the need, and we'll be looking at what's going on in the house. We're getting to start to know the community, and the community is starting to get to know us. And there'll be more people trying to figure out what they can do to get healthy. I'm a community health worker, and so if they're looking for alcohol and drug treatment, we help them find that. If they need jobs, we'll help them find that. And if they're looking for food, we'll help them find food pantries. We also help them get the kids into different activities so they can be more involved in the community. So, it's all about the strength of the community. And if we get involved and help the community build itself, we'll get better results. All right.
So today we're meeting with a client. This here is a follow-up from the kids' enrollment. And so my client needs assistance with completing some of the emergency forms for school. And so in the work that we do, it's best to work with people that look like us so that we can kind of sympathize and be, empathetic of where we come from. We can relate, right? There is 9 people in the home. Mom, she's currently living with family, actually, as of a month ago. So we're working on, becoming stably housed. We're working on permanency for housing. Eventually, when she's housed, we'll be able to provide her resources so that we can get her house furnished.
How are you? I have 7 with me now, plus my grandbaby. 8. 8, am I right?
Yes, 9.
9. My cousin be here. She helps me out time to time with them.
So the first thing we got here, this here is the Milwaukee Public Schools, right? Mm-hmm. COVID-19 school-based testing consent form, right? And did you read through it?
I read, but I don't understand.
Okay, so let's go through it. Okay, so Milwaukee Public Schools is using this form.
I love it. She's there when I need her, and when the time of need, like I lost my son, she was there for me. And I really appreciate her, the support and everything.
The need is just having somebody that can not only hear you, but that can understand you, right? And sympathize with you.
I did 17 years, and I was just recently released 6 months ago. You come out, and there's been obstacles for me being out here because recidivism is a real thing. Of course, I don't want to go to prison. Of course, that's not something that I like, but when life is happening, human beings, we are familiar people. We go to what we're familiar with because sometimes that's better than what you don't know. And it takes courage to be anything, outside of what you've always been. So thoughts come, and I'm not saying that I succumb to them, but thoughts come, and with people like Dart around helping me have a positive transition back into the community, he was probably the only positive voice that was in my ear because there's a lot of people you just can't trust yourself with.
Connection is truly the solution, right? We cannot be disjointed in serving our families. So community health workers are essential because they have the trust of the families that they're working with. So coming into the home and being able to get an assessment on what those needs are is pivotal in the role of the community health worker. So making sure that they have the resources to not just access the services that may be available for them, but to have quality access.
What you told me the other day when I asked you what you want to be when you grow up?
A policeman.
Mm-hmm. High five.
So having that firsthand connection allows for community health workers to lend some of their credibility. I know who you are. I know your heart for what you want to see for me, and you're going to connect me with someone that you trust to help on the next level, on the next path, on the next part of this journey.
The guys that come out of prison, we connect right away, whether I know them or not. Because I know what it feels like to come home and not have nothing. What are you looking to accomplish the most professionally since you've been out?
I want to be a motivational speaker for children, though.
Best reward about the job is just seeing the difference that it makes when you have support versus not having any support. And so it's just beautiful when you see a family just thrive.
You got another type of flip you gonna show me? I love working in the community. I love helping people. So, my job and my goal is to help people meet their needs. And if we meet their needs and help them meet their needs, it's a better society.
So like if I had a me in the community, I probably would have went down another path, or just somebody to just tell me, hey man, look, let's try this, versus that. The guys need the help, and I need help helping the guys. So I need more people out here to step in, and we can kind of make a change around here.
When a community health worker helps me understand how to trust this system, how to utilize this system, to lend over to that resource, really gives that family the hope that I'm going to get the support that I need to be healthy. I have personally witnessed the face of relief that this family can sleep a little better, right? That they have more hope for their future because this coordinator was able to work through some of those barriers on their behalf.